Hi, I'm MH Lines. Over the course of my career, I've hired more than 100 marketing operations professionals. One of my favorite interview questions to see if someone's really been in the marketing operations trenches is to ask them about their biggest marketing operations fail. Whether it's from complexity, simple human error, or technology outages, mistakes happen to every single one of us, and they happen a lot more than we want to admit. That's actually the reason I founded Stack Moxie. We help people find problems and fix them faster and make sure they never come back. It's also the reason the team at Stack Moxie and I are really excited and proud to be a sponsor of MOOPs TV by MOOPs. I love that we can come together as a community and get better together as a community.
It might seem counterintuitive, but a failure, especially on a big stage, is an incredible opportunity for you to showcase your leadership chops. I hope you enjoy MOOPs TV.
All right, Chris, thank you for joining us for another episode of MOOPs TV. We are really excited to be learning from all of these guests that are coming on, just like yourself. You kind of teased before we started recording here that this is a pretty fun one. So I'm excited to learn from you. I'm sure the audience is too. So to kick things off, let's just do some introductions. Who are you? Where do you work? And how long have you been in the role? That kind of stuff. When you share that with us.
Great. Thanks for having me, Mike. My name is Chris Hoell. I'm currently head of marketing ops for a startup in Seattle, TwinStrand Biosciences. I've been with TwinStrand for about 5 months now, but I've been in marketing ops for about 12 years now total. Nice. Going all the way back to days as getting my feet wet with a company called Systems Maintenance Services, basically building out the stuff from scratch. Okay. With a company that really had no idea what marketing ops was. We were basically doing a lot of dialing for dollars. It was actually a sales role, and I kind of built myself into a marketing ops role. Nice. Honestly, I hated calling 150 calls a day. Yeah. I built myself into doing marketing ops.
That's different than others, right? So a lot of us fall into it. You were like, no, I'm going in.
Yeah. I went to school. I got a marketing degree from college, so I knew what I wanted to do. It was 2012. Economy was not the greatest for marketing people. Sure. So I was in a sales role, and I saw the need. I built it out. Put together a business plan, pitched a CEO, and he goes, go with it. Okay.
Nice. So, good for you, man. That's awesome. Okay, so let's get into it. So pre-MOOPs, what was it that you were trying to accomplish, and what systems were you working in? And then, what happened? Like, what caused this thing to break?
Well, what happened was I was managing the email operations team for Getty Images. It was actually my first week on the job. I had just moved from Minneapolis to Seattle, really just getting my feet wet. And we were sending out a kind of our weekly kind of image email to our entire customer base. Getty has over 1 million people in our contact base. Oh, yeah. So I was working with our guys to basically build out the email, get it tested, get it sent out, whatnot. We were working in Eloqua. Eloqua is our primary system, but we had great developers at Getty, and our developers put together a script that actually pulled imagery from our Getty Getty systems. We have millions of images, right? So we pulled a kind of a relevant image that would show up based on whoever the audience was. So we put it together, did the test. Everything looked great, and we built this out so it would land at 9:00 local time across the globe. Yeah. So we started in U.S., Eastern time, through all the time zones around the world. Well, I get into the office at about 7:00, and I have about 20 emails. Oh my God, did you see this? Oh my God, did you see this? What happened? It turns out that our developer who had built the script to pull the imagery did not exclude nudity. And by this time, it had gone out to right around 500,000 people.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So this is
yeah.
We got to fix this. First thing we did is I stopped it. Said, okay, we can't do this. Let's ditch the script, put a standard image in so we can just keep going across to everybody else through the rest of the globe. But yeah, it was.
Oh boy!
If you had clicked on that image, the first thing you see is
just a naked body,
naked woman right there.
Oh my gosh! And so, oh my goodness, what a crazy! I imagine that you had different. Obviously, you probably weren't intending on sending out a bunch of naked imagery, but I'm imagining you have a bunch of different audiences that you're trying to manage different content for in general. So you're trying to test across all that. And so, maybe there was a break in the testing chain or something, right?
Well, actually, the testing worked fine, but what we just didn't think of it was that
it just purely pulled in the content.
It just pulled a completely random image when it sent.
Okay.
So when we tested it looked great. It looked fine. No breakages. But when we hit the live go, it ended up pulled a random image.
Got it.
That was that.
Boy. Yeah. Oh boy. So who actually noticed it? I mean, it sounded like you logged in and got the 20 emails, but do you happen to remember which of the 20 came in first?
It was a bunch of we have global marketing teams. So there was a bunch from our European teams. They were seeing it. And then we had some salespeople in New York who saw it. My boss was angry at the time, and when we figured out what happened, you have to laugh at it because it's like, we didn't do it on purpose. And I'm a weekend and I'm sitting here going, oh, shit, am I going to get fired 3 days on the job because I'm the one who okayed this?
Right. Oh boy. Okay. So to remedy it, you wrote, you stopped the email from going out entirely.
Dropped a new image on, and then going forward, we figured out that we put the script in. We have to. Our developers had to put that lovely exclude nudity.
Right. Pull that feature in, or exclude that feature, I suppose. All right. So moving beyond the MOOPs, what did you learn during the remediation process? Did you try to implement any new procedures for things like this, or is it just purely that you just wrote this new script and, did your process change in any way in order to avoid mistakes like that in the future?
We did put a final review on. So we did put a little bit of a delay between go live so we could see it. Mm-hmm. And I had one of my guys basically sit up all night. I felt so bad. They would sit up all night and watch the drops go, make sure everything was okay.
Yeah, totally. Oh, my dogs are going off today. So this is a live recording, everybody. And so the final thoughts, what would you say to someone who, has made a similar type of mistake? Just, obviously maybe not sending out something as explicit content wise as maybe yours was, but just generally, making mistakes like this in a review process. And what would your advice be to fellow marketing and rev ops professionals out there?
My biggest thing is, you can put all the processes and checks into place and mistakes are going to happen. We're human. The best, I always told my team when we make a mistake, we're not curing cancer. Let's fix it. Let's roll forward and let's just don't do it again. Mm-hmm. You learn from it, you modify your processes, you modify your procedures, and it doesn't happen again. And if you can do that, you're going to be successful most of the time. Yeah,
without a doubt. Well, good deal. Thank you, Chris, for sharing your MOOPs with us. That is definitely an interesting one to say the least, but my goodness, what a scary thing to wake up to on a weekend and see 20 emails about some explicit content being sent out to a large sum of people. But yes. Sounds like you guys put a nice fix in place and you learned something from it. So thank you for joining us on MOOPs TV. Really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
MOOPs.